Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hollis with SPS back in the building over at the Rachel Williams Foundation Tip-Off Classic. We just had game 2 and it was a great one. It was Davidson versus River Rouge, 2-story program, story coaches with a lot to talk about. But I got the winning coach, my guy, Coach Joe Carr right here. Coach, how you doing?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
So happy to have you. 2 things about this coach. Probably one of the most passionate coaches and probably one of the most well-dressed coaches. You take both that? You take both those?
I'll take that.
Yeah. Let's talk about your passion first. Describe that as it relates to you coaching these young men.
Well, I know what it takes. Being a player kind of gives you an inside look on what it really means to be an exemplary player at the high school level. I take my job serious as far as preparing kids for life and for college. So I think my passion is very deep-seated and deep-rooted in that regard.
Yeah, that's good. You went up against another very passionate coach, and that was a good thing. Talk about where you are right now, 3 years into this program.
It's just all been about growth. People expected us to be rebuilding this year, and I had more of a reloading mindset.
What's the difference between rebuilding and reloading?
Well, rebuilding is like, you taking your time and you teetering into it, and
almost saying not really as much expectation.
Well, I don't think the expectations are the same, and that's okay. We graduated 8 or 9 seniors last year. We got some JV guys coming in, filling in some pivotal roles. We got a couple transfers. We got a couple highly touted freshmen.
Oh, wow.
And it's taking us time to get our chemistry together.
Sure.
But I love the way this team is evolving. We're growing up every day. We like to take the philosophy that seems to be going around now, which is getting 1% better every day. As long as we continue to do that, we feel like we got a chance at beating anybody.
Sure.
Especially towards the end of the year.
Sure. I mean, even though we're early in the season, to go up against Mike Williams' coach team, they had some Division I football players on that team. So you talk about real physicality and all that. The River Rouge community is so unique, and I look forward to coming to see you guys really soon in a couple weeks. Talk about what it means. Talk about this new gymnasium makeover you got.
The gym is absolutely beautiful. The paint job that they did, they got the Panther marks all over
I thought it was artificial intelligence when I saw the picture. I saw somebody crazy. I said, no, that's really it.
That's really it.
How does play good, look good, play good? That kind of play into that a little bit?
I think so. I think that's kind of like the River Rouge moniker.
Sure.
We got a great leadership there. Our admin, they look good every day.
That's right.
So they expect for the coaches to look good as well.
That's right.
They expect for the team to look good. And I've come in and I've adopted those same expectations.
Sure.
I come from a successful program that was the same way as a high school kid.
Sure.
Also as a college.
Absolutely.
As a college player and as a overseas or a semi-professional.
Sure, so you've seen all that.
To look good,
and that's important. Well, you guys are doing it, man. Well, I'm happy for you and what's going on. I'm excited about that. And lastly, your point guard, Memphis McDowell, we got to talk to him. I've been knowing him since his freshman year. He spoke highly of you, sticking with him through the fire. Without going into too much detail unnecessarily, but what does that mean in general for him to say something like that?
Well, a lot of people look at the game of basketball, and you can easily be a fair-weather fan. Or, I think some people, they misconceive the next man up concept. You want your bench players or your reserve guys to be ready. Yeah. But you also want your starters to be confident that you believe in them.
Sure.
Especially the guys that have aspirations of going to play in college. After high school is over. So, you kind of give them an opportunity to work through some things. Last year, his role was a little bit different. He was more of a shooter. He was playing off the ball a lot more. James Weaver was handling the ball. Keyshawn Fisher. Even Kendall Bentley. Lil Gregory Leverett. Zay Barnett.
Oh, wow.
Everybody shared ball handling responsibilities. Now we got younger guys that's getting acclimated to handling ball.
They're not really ready to be taken on like that.
And Memphis is taking it head on to a certain degree, for lack of better words.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you see some of yourself in Memphis?
I do. His tenaciousness, he's equally as passionate. We've been working on his speed and his athleticism, but, I was a firefly. He's a little bit different in that regard, so we teach him how to use the angles a little bit better.
Sure.
And, I had a coach that thankfully challenged me to be a cerebral point guard, and I think he's taking that challenge very well.
Yes, you're doing a great job. With the time we have, any message you got for the River Rouge community? Anything else before we go?
I'm thankful to be there. I'm happy that they're accepting me as best as they can, and I hope that I can continue to grow and turn over the proper leaf in my life to make them adopt me as family. Because I would love to be at River Rouge for a very long time.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job so far, and I know all great things soon to come. I always enjoy talking to you, too,
Thanks.
With that being said, guys, this is Lindsey Hauser with SPS, and we'll see you next time.